Hello and welcome, my name is Kyle FtW and welcome back to another Black Ops Cold War video. Today was, of course, the multiplayer reveal, and today we are going to be doing the full multiplayer reveal trailer breakdown, as well as I'm going to be showing you guys the full trailer itself. I hope you guys are as excited as I am for this game. The game looks pretty dang good. We'll have a ton more videos today talking about, weapons, gunsmith, score streaks, everything that was in the reveal itself, and overall this game looks very, very fun. But it was hopefully you guys go to enjoy the trailer. If you do, make sure to leave a like, and I'll see you guys all at the end of the trailer to break down absolutely everything.
Threat neutralized.
You're here because you're the best special forces NATO has to offer.
We're all that keeps the world from turning to cinders, comrades.
We work off the books
Operate in the shadows.
to keep the wolves at bay.
Today, we reshape the world.
What the fuck are we doing in Miami?
Let them come.
Big Papa take the war around. Jack, you don't know for the other crowd. Any repercussions in your mouth. Split clip all the time. Big Papa take the war around. Real flow, and that's how it goes.
Go, go, go! Time to punch that top guard. Secure the sub.
I'll take care of this.
Ah, shit. Soviet convoy disabled. I'll drive.
Big Papa take the war around. And that's how it goes.
Keep pushing! No! Over here!
Raw flows, and that's how it goes.
Pre-order a digital copy and get early access to the open beta and instant access to the Woods operator.
Alright, so there we go, guys. That's going to do it for the trailer. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. Starting off here, we really don't see much. I mean, it's just pretty much cutscenes, but in this initial part, we see quite a bit of very, very exciting stuff here. So here we see our very, very first look at what I believe is the Galil assault rifle within this game. We also see, I think these are all of a specific operator. I'm not exactly sure if these operators are the the Americans, quote unquote, or if they're, if obviously these won't be the only American operators that you have. These are definitely the operators nonetheless, but this is basically the only gun we get a very, very good look at. But we get a lot of very, very interesting looks at other weapons here very, very shortly. So as we continue on here, again, we see the same Galil type weapon with, of course, a ton of different attachments. Of course, I will have a video talking about the creative class later today, straight from the reveal, so stay tuned for that. But very, very exciting stuff there as well. We also see ourselves one of these Russian operators. I'm not exactly sure if this Russian operator is what he has to do with the game exactly, but of course, this is the US and Russia fighting each other within this game. which makes a lot of sense. And here we see ourselves our very, very first multiplayer map. But of course, we see ourselves another operator here, which is basically the water skin from the pre-order bonus or the special edition bonus, and I'm not sure exactly what gun this is. I can't really tell from that specific angle, but it looks very, very cool nonetheless. This is of course the Uzi, I believe, from previous Call of Duty games. The Uzi was always a fun gun to use back in Black Ops 1. Even though it wasn't the most practical gun, it was still a very fun gun to use nonetheless. Now this, I'm trying to decide if this is the Uzi or if this is the Mac 11 from Black Ops 1. I honestly don't know for sure. Here we see ourselves Adler, which I'm not sure if is going to be a playable operator, if he's just going to be part of the game itself. Here we see a little bit of the AK-47, but again, we'll get some first-person views of these guns as we go on in the trailer. Here's the M1911 pistol with a silencer on it as well. I apologize for the cricket in the background. Not much I can do about that. I apologize, but here we see a look at our very, very first map, which is a map that of course takes place in Miami. Now this was mentioned as a 6v6 map, so that is of course something to keep in mind. For most of these trailers here, or for this entire trailer actually, we get a look at some 6v6 maps, but most of these maps are kind of the bigger scale ground war maps. I'm not sure why they kind of didn't want to show 6v6 within this trailer, but it's all good. I'm not really complaining about that too much. Of course, the beta is only a month away at this point, so we'll get some very, very fun gameplay of that very, very soon, which is super, super exciting. I can't wait to play this game, to be honest with you. I love Treyarch games, so I'm very, very excited to give this gun a go. Now this looks to me like this either looks like the MP5 or the AK-74U, I can't tell, but this is of course Woods, and I'm kind of curious if Woods is going to be an operator that's playable within the multiplayer or not, but because of course Adler over here is, but I'm not sure if Woods over here is, or if any of these characters are going to be operators, or if they're just kind of the commentators of the game. I'm not really sure about that, but here we actually see a brand new attachment in Call of Duty, which appears to be the flashlight. Now I'm not sure if this is actually an attachment or if this is something else, but nonetheless, just thought I would point that out. Now here, of course, is a look at the Miami map. We can see ourselves the AK-74U assault rifle, or SMG, sorry, with an action, I think. Let me actually go back a little bit. Yeah, I think this is the AK-74U. But of course, this map is beautiful. The colors always pop in Treyarch games. I'll try not to get a blurry picture, but I think that's impossible. But the colors in Treyarch games always pop, and I absolutely love that. Modern Warfare's color palette was a lot of grays and browns, and stuff. And overall, I am definitely a big fan of this bright color palette. It looks very, very, very nice. Again, now this little cutscene thing is actually how you go onto the map, which is kind of cool, but here's the Russian side. So we see a Russian operator here. This is a Russian operator here as well. And then one comes out behind them. So we see ourselves, I think this is the M60 LMG or an LMG like that LMG. Looks very, very cool. Looks like it's going to do a lot of damage. So I can't wait to give that LMG a try at some point. And then as continuing here, we just see more of this Miami map, which looks very, very good, and stuff like that. Now, this is actually the War Machine kill streak. I was kind of wondering what this exactly was, but this is the War Machine kill streak in action. Looks very, very cool. I like how it looks a lot, and this is probably going to be a pretty good kill streak, probably a mid to high tier kill streak. But here we see another new map, which is the North Atlantic map. There, I can't remember what the name was. They did mention it in the reveal, but I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Now, this is a very, very unique map. This is a map that takes place in the ocean between 3 different boats. There's, of course, water combat, which you can see right here. Again, this is what I believe is going to be a ground war map, not a 6v6 map, but again, I don't know that for a fact, because honestly, the reveal was a little bit confusing when they were talking about multiplayer and stuff like that, because I didn't really understand exactly what was which, how these modes were, aligned and stuff. Now, I know that they mentioned 12v12, and I know they mentioned 6v6, but is 6v6 going to be on these giant maps, or is this just going to be ground war maps? I don't know the answer to that question, and I don't think anybody really knows the answer to that question, unless they've, of course, played the game, which there are people out there and streamers who actually are streaming right now playing the game, and so I don't know for sure exactly if this is just a 12v12 map only, and the Miami map is 6v6 only, or how they're going to divide the player bases when it comes to this game. But this is a very, very cool map. Of course, we see water vehicles firstly introduced ever in Call of Duty within this map. Minus of course Blackout, of course. And now here we see, this is where we see a lot of first person perspectives of weapons, which is very, very exciting. Now this weapon within the within the created class is the XM4, but this looks a lot like the Commando. It looks absolutely amazing. The Commando is probably going to be the best assault rifle in the game. I'm predicting that ahead of time because it looks absolutely amazing. And now here we see the transportation method to get between each boat, and what I said to myself when I was watching this multiplayer reveal and stuff is that as long as there is easy transport between each of these boats, it won't have a big impact on the map. If there isn't easy transportation to get onto the boats, the map is not going to play well, but luckily we can see that there is going to be good transportation between the boats so that the map will flow a little bit better. Now here we see ourselves the L96 sniper rifle returning. Now this was a sniper rifle that I absolutely loved back in Black Ops 1. It was super fun, and I'm very happy to see it returning into this game. And here we see, which I believe is either the model or the Remington 870 or the Stakeout. I'm not honestly sure. It looks a lot like the model to me from World War II. But nonetheless, looks like a very cool gun there as well. And here we see the M16, and the M16 within Black Ops Cold War is a burst weapon, and I'm sure there is going to be an automatic version of this weapon through the gunsmith, but I'm not sure. But as far as we know, the M16 is a burst weapon. Now I'm not sure if this is going to be the Call of Duty 4 M16. It looks a lot like the Call of Duty 4 M16 or Call of Duty M16, or if this is going to be play like the Black Ops 1 M16. Either way, I think that this will be one of the popular weapons within the game for the assault rifle category, because the M16, of course, as you guys know in COD 4, was incredible, and the M4 or the M16 within Black Ops 1 was also very good as well. So we'll have to see come the launch or come the beta of the game to give this gun a try, but it looks very good nonetheless. Of course, swimming is back. That's pretty dang obvious with that. If there's going to be a water map, swimming of course is going to be a thing. Now here we see ourselves the Angola Africa map. Now, as we saw pretty much a lot of this from the campaign trailer a couple of weeks ago, but now we see more of this map in depth. Of course, we see the RPD LMG right here, which looks a lot smaller in this game for whatever reason. Even when players are using it in the actual game, it looks a lot smaller than the RPD from previous CODs. The RPD from previous CODs looks like a giant LMG, and this one looks like a smaller version of the RPD, even though this is definitely the RPD. Of course, we see these kind of dune buggies straight from PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, as I mentioned in that video. And again, here we see the RPD in action with those beautiful iron sights. That's probably going to be a pretty good weapon. Probably not going to be the most viable. LMGs tend to be not the most viable weapons within Call of Duty, only because they have a very slow fire rate. And here we see, I think that was the Uzi of some kind, but I'm not really sure exactly. Again, we see the chopper gunner continuing from that previous clip from the campaign trailer. And I think this is the AK-74U SMG in action right here as well. Very nice. I love the iron sights. I just love how this game looks, how this game feels. It looks absolutely incredible, and I cannot wait for the beta in the second week of October. Now here we see ourselves a Uzbekistan map, and now this was another map that was of course mentioned in the reveal as well. Now this is the AK-74U assault rifle, or I don't know why I keep saying that, the AK-74U SMG within Black Ops Cold War. I'm just trying to talk too fast for my brain. But we can see snowmobiles, which have been firstly introduced into this game as well. Lots and lots of very cool things that they're adding to this game, which I can definitely appreciate. Hopefully it's implemented great. I mean, I don't really think that it won't be implemented great, because Treyarch really never fails when it comes to Call of Duty. So again, I'm kind of worried about this game in a little bit of ways, which I'll mention in future videos, but that's neither here nor there. But I don't think Treyarch will disappoint us at all. Now here we actually see ourselves a tank. Now tanks were of course in Warzone to a degree. We didn't actually have like a full-fledged tank. There were kind of sort of tank-like vehicles. It's kind of hard to explain, but here we see ourselves a big bad boy tank, and those are of course in ground war only, or in a special mode that again I will talk about in a future video. Lots and lots of stuff to cover today, but this map looks very good. I love snow maps in Call of Duty. This map looks pretty big. It's a very big map in all honesty, so hopefully it's 12v12 only, no 6v6, because that would definitely hurt this map a lot if it was 6v6. Now here we see the RCXD, which is a very cool kill streak, and apparently it destroyed a tank. I don't know if that's going to actually happen within multiplayer, but you never know. Now here we have ourselves an Ural Mountains map. This looks again like a ground war map, so again, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this map plays out. I wonder why they didn't really want to show many 6v6 maps, but again, there is some in-depth map videos that I will do later today. This is just, of course, the initial trailer breakdown. Here we see, of course, the bike, and we see Woods again on that bike. So again, I think Woods is going to be an operator within this game as well, which is very, very cool. Here we see ourselves the ACOG scope with, I think this is the SVD or the SVU, whatever that gun's called within, you know, video games and stuff like that. Which looks very, very cool as well. So I'm liking that weapon as well. Now here we actually see ourselves the gunship kill streak. Now this was back in Black Ops 1 and was a very, very good kill streak, very, very fun kill streak. So I'm glad that this one is back. Might be one of the highest kill streaks in the game. Again, we'll have to see. I don't know why I keep clicking on my mouse. Again, here we see the Galil in action. Once again, I'm not actually sure if that is actually the Galil. I'm just calling it the Galil just to call it that. And again, more vehicle actions. Here we see I think this is either the airstrike, the copper bombing run, or the napalm. And that is pretty much it for the trailer. And at the end here, which is actually something that I mentioned, I think we might be getting ourselves the zombies teaser at the very end of this trailer. I guess we'll see here very, very shortly. Let's see. I'm just waiting at this point. Yep, here we go. Here's the zombies trailer, or the zombies teaser. So of course we see the guy with the M1911 and a flashlight. Very interesting map design here for sure. Here's of course the monkey bomb. Not exactly sure what this is, but I think that's a barrier. And the zombies looks kind of creepy within this game for sure. Now if this guy looks through here, this looks like to be in the bottom of a boat, I think, which is very, very interesting. Of course we probably won't get some insanely in-depth zombie information for probably about another month or so, I assume, but again, I don't know that yet or anything like that. But there will probably be a dedicated zombies reveal, zombies trailer, something of that nature. So again, I'll keep you guys updated here on the channel whenever I hear anything more of that. But the guy looks down and he sees a ginormous horde of zombies, which these guys look like boat workers, and they kind of have a similar design to the zombies from Black Ops 4, which makes sense. But I wonder if what the storyline for zombies is going to be like and everything like that. Again, we won't know that for probably quite a while longer. But then this guy gets absolutely mauled by a zombie at the end of the teaser, and that is absolutely everything. So there we go, guys. That's going to do it for my full Black Ops Cold War multiplayer reveal trailer breakdown. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are initially about Black Ops Cold War. Of course, we will really know how the game plays and how the game works out when we actually get the full-on beta, when we can actually get our hands on the game, experience the game for itself, and figure out if the game's good or not, because that is definitely how the community kind of figures out if a game's going to be good or not, is by sheerly playing it within the beta. Again, I'm a little bit worried, which I'll mention in these next following videos that are going to go up later today and tomorrow, but I really don't have anything to complain about. The only way to know it, again, is to play. Now, I think that the game will be great. You know, Treyarch has made good Call of Duty games. I've played Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 4. I love those games all the entire year they've been out. So again, I'm not very worried about this game being bad or anything like that. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe if you are new for more Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War news and information. And I'll see you guys all in another Black Ops Cold War video very, very soon.